The choice is one terribly bad night versus a decade of destruction to our core beliefs, our democratic values, and yes, our Constitution. Someone who stumbled over his words for 90 minutes versus someone who lied to the American people over and over again. A man slowed down by a cold versus a man with a cold, vile, and merciless heart.
That's MSNBC host and professional propaganda journalist Mika Brzezinski doing a 15-minute monologue attempting to excuse Joe Biden's abysmal performance at the CNN presidential debate. Welcome to Nurk News, I'm Nurkish, and it looks like MSNBC is still reeling from the fact that they can no longer lie to the American people about Joe Biden's cognitive decline. But, of course, being the political hacks that they are, it won't stop them from trying.
More than 3 days after that debate, it is still hard to comprehend what we saw from the president. The weak, raspy voice, the inability to complete basic thoughts, most importantly, the failure to call out Donald Trump on his endless lies. Where was that? And yet, the very next day in North Carolina, there was Joe Biden, back to form, finding his voice, his winning smile, the vintage sparkle back in his eyes. Two appearances that were as different as, well, night and day.
I don't debate as well as I used to. But I know what I do know. I know how to tell the truth. I know right from wrong.
So what was different? A little more sleep? Perhaps it was an event during the day rather at night?
Wait, that was the good clip? That was the day and night difference? An angrier, louder version of a confused old man? I mean, Hillary famously ran that 3 a.m. call in the White House ad in 2016, and the argument you're leading with is that Biden was an incoherent zombie because the debate was past his bedtime? That is a bold strategy, but in her defense, Mika did provide a multitude of other excuses for Biden, ranging from jet lag to him being kind of sad about Hunter's court case.
Age is wisdom and experience that in the case of Joe Biden leads to more bipartisan legislation passed than any president over the past few generations. In his personal and professional life, Biden has repeatedly risen up from rock bottom. It's what we love about him. So many draw hope from his empathy and his ability to have perspective, even right now, and to persevere when he is completely counted out. In 1972, his wife and baby daughter were killed in a car accident. He had been elected to the Senate and took the oath of office in his surviving son's hospital room. He suffered a brain aneurysm. It was so severe that his doctor told him his chance of survival was less than half. In 2008, his second bid for the presidency came to another early, painful end. A year into his second term as vice president, Joe Biden's son, Beau, was diagnosed with brain cancer. And then came Charlottesville. South Carolina gave his campaign new life, and he secured the Democratic nomination. And the rest is historic, literally. As president, his legislative wins are unmatched this century. He delivered the lowest unemployment in 40 years, the strongest dollar in 50 years, and the most successful stock market of all time. Those are the objective facts, and that is the undeniable truth.
Whoa there, Mika. What is this, A&E? Calm down with the brown-nosing. Even communist China would say that it's a bit too much. You know, this level of propaganda is so bad that North Koreans wouldn't believe it. I mean, holy moly, woman. Did the debate malfunction your brain? You know, I don't want to tell you how to do your job, but maybe you should just stick to your regular bread and butter of bashing Trump.
By the way, Biden likes to tell people, don't compare me to the almighty, compare me to the alternative. So let's take a quick moment to look at the current alternative. The man who incited a political coup against our government and who indicates he will not accept the results of the 2024 election if he loses again. The convicted felon who faces 3 more indictments. The man who was found liable for sexual assault. The man who was found liable for massive fraud. The man who brags about having ended a woman's right to abortion health care, a decision that is killing women and babies and causing immeasurable and preventable agony for women across the country. The man whose tax proposals could cripple the economy. The man who has promised retribution against his perceived political enemies. The man who on a regular basis makes no sense at all. When he sounds crazy and slurs his words and talks about batteries and sharks, why aren't there calls for Trump to drop out? Where are they? Desensitized? Disinformed? Inured? The fire hose of falsehoods has blinded you to what's right in front of you every day? Come on.
Okay, never mind. Forget I said anything. The propaganda reporter seems to be malfunctioning. I mean, I always thought that Morning Joe was BS, but this segment takes it to a whole new level. Kudos to MSNBC, though, for sticking to their guns. Most people would advise against cranking your scolding mom reporter to 11 to spin obvious truths. On the bright side, Biden did seem to do one good thing during his term, mentally and spiritually break the host of Morning Joe, which is something even Trump couldn't fully manage. But let me know what you think. Are we reaching new levels of copium and Morning Joe? Let me know in the comments, and if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel. That stuff really does help us out. Until then, this has been Nerk News. Thanks for watching. Bye!